Earlier this year, I took the plunge and started modifying my MK8 GTI daily driver. Things like exhaust, camber plates, lowering springs, new wheels to mount my track tires on, and a fresh set of Nokian All Seasons for my daily driving OZ rallies. With all the modifications complete and some good shakedown miles, I headed out to Mission Raceway with my friends to turn some laps. All the changes to the car made it act quite a bit differently on track. The camber definitely helped with tire wear and grip mid-corner. The lower center of gravity made it a little bit sharper, although it could use a set of shocks. All these modifications made a huge difference, and I was able to knock a second off from high 19s down into the 118s. So fast forward to a few weeks ago, it was time to slam a fresh set of pads in the car. The rotors were still good from the last track day. I then proceeded to give the car a good wash, as it had been quite a few weeks. Kind of neglected it, honestly. Just daily driver duty, building up on the surface. Decided to treat the car right. My friends at Unitronic reached out and asked if I would be willing to test out their Unitronic cable and Stage 1 tune on the MK8 GTI. Their tunes are designed around extending the life of your OEM clutch and can be run with no hardware backing it up, and it makes quite the difference. Listen to these numbers. Stock, the GTI makes 266 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque. With the Stage 1 tune from Unitronic and paired with their intercooler and cold air intake, you're looking at 336 horsepower and 352 pound-feet of torque. That is a massive difference. My setup, we're looking closer to 345 pound-feet and 300 horsepower. I would be choosing Unitronic's Stage 1 stock clutch 93 octane tune. Unloaded, hop in the car and plug it in. I'm having an issue. Guess I gotta call tech. All right, it's the next morning. I had a small technical issue. I gave Unitronic my VIN one number short, so I had to have that changed, which I sent the tech ticket last night and it was already updated in the system this morning when I called. So their tech support is top notch. Flash the car, let's go drive it. We're gonna go to Mission Raceway. Gonna give you my initial impressions on the way of how it feels, probably do a couple pulls. And then we're gonna see how it does for time compared to my last setup, which is the exact same, albeit I've swapped fresh brake pads. No big deal, nothing's really gonna change there. So everything's same aside from the tune. Worked on my driving style a little bit. The NT01s are probably on their last few sessions, so not gonna be much help in the way of tires, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. I can tell you right now, just shifting down the hill and stuff, the throttle is like sharper. So the process for flashing the ECU is pretty straightforward. Unitronic software walks you through everything. The install process, of course, is super easy with Wizard on Microsoft. Very straightforward. The tech support, like I said, they got to me right away. It was perfect. All right, let's do a pull. Holy. Well, I'm on R compound tires right now, and it spun them. All right, that's fucking cool. Pardon my language. That's a little shocking. You do have to drive the car for a little bit, and it will adapt and make some changes and adaptations and stuff, as all ECUs do. But yeah, wow. Yeah, that's faster. Holy. That is, wow. So I've done software tunes before on other cars, and it was like, oh, need a little bit here and there. That's surprising. Damn. All right, well, that's gonna be better on the main straight. I'm not getting into it because I am, on a closed course in Mexico, but on the track, that's gonna make a difference. I'm excited. All right. Just pulling up to the gas station, meeting up with my friends Anders and Chris, who have the same cars. We're all in MK8 GTIs. We're gonna go have some fun and track. The fellas and I arrived to Mission just after the drivers' meeting started. We got our pit set up, and our buddy Anders went out on track for the first time. in his 1-year-old GTI. It's pretty cool to see him ripping along, and he actually got his time down to almost a 122, which is pretty respectable on a stock tire and stock brakes. All right, got to Mission Raceway. We're just waiting for our first run of the day. They're doing backwards order today, so we didn't expect that. It's good, we got time to set up. Tune felt, wow, quite the difference for not a lot of money. Minimal effort. We're gonna see what it does on track. I'm hoping for, you know, a second out of it. If not, probably have to adjust my driving. I can foresee that I'm gonna blow my braking zone a couple times. The brakes are gonna get hot. It's gonna be warm today. Try and drive properly instead of like a complete dickhead. But I'm really excited to see what my top speed is on the straight, what I'm carrying through the corners, into the corners, what it's like getting out of the hole. So, all right, we'll shoot for like a 116 something, and you know, we're in the ballpark. All right. See you guys on track. Now, quick spoiler alert, this was not my best lap of the day. Ended up being my second best. But what was really cool about this is I had Chris right with me, and for the first half of the session, we began running up on this Lamborghini Gallardo GT3 race car. I don't know where the driver skill was at, but it was pretty fun to bully a supercar like that in our GTIs, and it actually made for a pretty memorable session. At more than one point, we were close enough for a point by, but he would not let us go. Well, somebody lost something on the track, and I think that Miata spun. Yeah, they had some contact. We're gonna go in anyways. Yeah, red flag. All right, so already got a PB, 117.9. To give you an idea, that's what I do in my GT350 swap Mustang. That was pretty sick. I'm really happy with this tune. All right, so I'll give you my impressions kind of fresh off the track here. We got red flag shut down, a spec Miata oiled down, and another one spun and binned it. Unfortunately, everybody's okay. But I PB'd first time out, 117.9. Tire pressures, I got to fiddle with them a little bit. These tires are on their last legs, and that is definitely the weak point right now. I am spinning like mad, ring dinging, red line almost, and yeah, I need more traction. I think a set of like CRS or AR1s or something would be the better bet. These NTO1s are consistent, but they are not fast. I'm gonna adjust and try and smooth some stuff out, and we'll see how we do on the next session, which is gonna be this afternoon, because they're gonna have a bit of a cleanup. And yeah, it'll be a while. But super stoked, the tune feels good. I'm gonna see what my data looks like on the straights, and see how much speed I'm carrying in, how much more than stock. And that'll give me a good idea of where I need to adjust braking and stuff like that. But I was just getting the pads to come in. These are fresh pads, so I gotta bed them in a little bit more. And second session out, I think, will be just right. All right, so a couple sessions this morning, slowly improving the time. I got down to a 1:17.6, so definitely feeling the power, especially because the tires are absolutely gone on the car. If I get something more sticky, I think I could knock another second off, but I'm gonna keep fighting with it today and try and smoothen out the lines and stuff and see where we go. But so far, I'm super happy with the tune. The car is a lot faster. What's really cool is it overrides the throttle cut that Mark 8s get when it has brake input at the same time. So I can actually trail brake and I can actually brake deeper into corners and stuff like that and be on throttle at the same time, maintaining the balance of the car. Super stoked. All right, time to watch some racing. All right, hell of a day here at Mission. I went out and got personal best. I hit a 1:17.6, which is just about a second better than my last time out here with the exact same setup. So Unitronic tune definitely made a big impact on the performance. Feel the car coming out of the hole a lot harder. I am fighting traction quite a bit. My tires have degraded way too much, so power's gone like this, traction's going down. These tires are on their last legs. We're getting pretty close to the wear bars on them, and they just, NT01s just don't have the same grip as a lot of other tires. They're just mostly consistent. And I was staying consistent last session, low 119s, high 118s, but that's just the heat killing the car. Morning is definitely the time to run. It's colder, it's better, you get more power. But I was passing a Spec Miata on the last straightaway, and I had like not a lot more than he did, so that tells you how much power heat kills. Yeah, the Unitronic tune is definitely badass. What I really like is you can actually use the brake and the throttle at the same time now. It doesn't override like on the OEM tune. So you can actually trail brake, left foot brake through the corner and stuff, which is really cool. Helps you balance the car. Definitely a good tune set up for the track. I'm really excited to knock off a second. I'm probably gonna throw some shocks and tires at the car over the winter, and we're gonna come back next year, probably go even faster. I'm gonna go do my last session and just enjoy it and fart around a little bit, and then we're gonna head home, and that was it. That was a good day at Mission. I'm super stoked. It's nice when it's clean. Too bad the wheels are shot and melting. It was a really successful trip to Mission Raceway to test out the new Stage 1 tune from Unitronic. Heat is definitely a losing battle with the GTI, as you can see the top speed come down on the straightaway. My tires are completely shot, as I've said a million times now. They didn't fare as badly as Anders' brakes, as he shot right through a set of pads and rotors. The guys ended up heading over to Lordco and coming back to swap a brand new set of front brakes on his Mark 8 GTI. How are your brakes, Chris?
They're good.
Yeah?
They're good. I didn't destroy them this time.
My brakes broke.
So they did their job?
No.
But you said they broke.
Brakes break. Bad brakes
Broke.
break.
No, bad brakes broke. Good brakes break. His brakes broke. So it's a brake, not broke.
So they were braking.
They broke.
Yeah, but they're braking.
At one point, but then they broke. The brakes broke.
But weren't they braking
The
while they
brakes
were
broke
braking?
too much, so the brakes that broke.
But then they were braking and then they broke.
They're not supposed to broke. They're supposed to brake. It's a big difference.
Well, they're braking while they were braking.
They can brake and brake, but they can't broke while brake.
Wow.
I don't see what's confusing about that.
Now he's broke.
Warning, to be honest.
So you would have roasted your car.
I literally would have needed a caliper too. I was having too much fun.
Way too much fun. Good night. The GTI has been invaluable in my fleet, being a reliable and comfortable daily driver and being a riot on track. It has the most track mileage of any of my cars, even more than the 2015 Mustang with the Voodoo swap in it. It's been incredible for honing my skills behind the wheel and staying sharp as I prepare to get the 68 Mustang ready for track duty next year. It was a lot of fun to take a day away from the major project on the channel and get out to the track with the homeboys. And who knows, maybe next year with a fresh set of tires, some better shocks, we'll see a 116, maybe even a 115, who knows. Sky's the limit. I want to send a massive thank you to Unitronic for supporting the channel and being a great group of people. I don't know when we'll get on track next, but we'll definitely be going faster, and I'll definitely bring you guys along. As always, please be kind, drive hard, and I'll see you on the road.